Hello beautiful, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bettina and I'm a makeup enthusiast. In today's video I'm doing my September update on my favorite pan project, and this is my Pan That palette series for 2020. So far in this project I've been doing quite well. I've hit pan on quite a number of products so far this year, and I am just going to continue to keep on going until the end of the year. This month I'm gonna roll in another palette. I'm still undecided whether I'm going to roll out my eyeshadow palette. I'm not quite sure. But this month we hit pan on a total of 4 shades. I made a lot of pan. I made pan bigger on another shade. And because I made so much pan on it, I decided to repress that shade. So we'll talk about all that right now. We're going to get into it right now. So we're going to start off with this one. This one is not the favorite child of the family at the moment because you know, it's been neglected a little bit. I haven't used this one all that much. This past week I dipped a little bit into the highlighter down the bottom here, the Celestial powder. Other than that, I haven't touched it. I think I've touched this maybe twice this past month, so I don't even think I'm going to bother weighing it. I guess we'll still weigh it just, you know, for consistency's sake, but I don't think it's gone down at all. I don't believe this. Like, I legit don't believe it. It was 176.96 last month, and now it is 176.48. And I've barely used this palette, so I don't know what's going on. I don't know, I guess maybe there is really not that much product in this palette. I'm not quite sure. Only time will tell in regards to that, but I guess we'll count it. I don't know. I feel really like, kind of like I'm cheating writing that down because I definitely know I haven't used this palette that much. I'm going to move on to my Too Faced Love Flush palette. Now, this one is the palette that I repressed a shade on. And I hit pan on a shade in this palette as well. This was a very successful month. So the color Your Love Is King, you might remember last month, if you saw my update last month, I hit pan on that one. And this past, I think last week or the week before, I started getting the product like flaking away and like chunking up a lot. So I decided to repress that one. So as you can see, it looks like it's pretty much like brand new again. It's not, trust me. I'm almost certain that I will hit pan on this one very quickly again. And then I think once I hit pan on it again, I'll probably go through it really, really quickly, like use it up quickly. And then I managed to hit quite a considerable amount of pan on the color Love Hangover. And as you can see there, like it is a really decent amount of pan on this one. So not long after the last update, I actually hit pan on this one, and then I've just been like dipping between the two pretty much like every time I do my makeup. So I've managed to get quite a considerable amount of pan on both of them. Over the next month, I'm not quite sure how much progress I will make. I will probably still make progress. Just don't think it'll be all that much, and like I am probably not going to be wearing this palette for about a week over this next month, so we'll see what kind of progress I make next month on this one. But last month it was 126.54 grams, and this month it weighs in at 124.93 grams. So I've used a lot. 1.6 grams by my bad maths. That's a lot. That's a lot. I know, but I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it, that's for sure. And then the last one that I'm updating you on is my Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette, and I managed to hit 3 pans on this palette this month. Very happy with that, obviously. So I managed to hit pan on the color Raw Sienna, Golden Ochre, and Red Ochre. Yes, Red Ochre. You can see just a little bit of pan right there in Red Ochre, and then Golden Ochre and Raw Sienna are a fairly decent amount of pan in both of them. So this palette, I'm not quite sure how I feel. I feel like I want to keep going and I want to keep trying to hit pan on a few more shades in this palette, but at the same time, I feel like I'm starting to get a little bit bored with using the same palette every single day. So I think I'm going to keep it in, the project, but I think I'm going to kind of take the pressure off a little bit. I'm gonna grab for it if I feel like it. If I don't grab for it, I'm obviously not going to torture myself. But if I could hit pan on, I've got, how many shades are in this palette? If I could hit pan on another 3 shades, another 2 shades, I cannot count. If I could hit pan on another 2 shades, that would be exactly half of the palette, and I think that would be a really awesome thing to do. So I guess maybe I might see if I'm happy to continue with that. I do feel like I have a bit of a dip in, like a tiny dip in Cypress Umber and Realga. And then Burnt Orange, I feel like that's something that I could potentially use almost like on a daily basis, maybe even Warm Taupe. Even Bomb Fresco, I guess I could pair with, you know, something in the crease. I'm going to take the pressure off. Like, I'm not going to force myself to use this every single day like I have over the past, how long have I been working on this palette for? Over the past 5 months, I've pretty much used this every single day. So I'm going to take the pressure off. I'm going to keep it in the project, but you know, if I don't hit pan on any more shades, so be it. If I hit more pans on more shades, like, that'll be stellar. Last month, this was 184.8 grams. And now it's down to 184.28 grams. It actually has dropped in weight for once, which is very exciting. I know there was a couple of months there where, you know, it was actually increasing in weight, but this month it did drop in weight by a fairly decent amount. Like half a gram it dropped by, which I think is a really decent amount for it to drop by. Happy with the progress on this palette. I think this is the palette that I have the most amount of pan on now. I don't think there's any other palettes in my collection that I have this much pan on, so very happy with that. And the palette that I'm going to roll in, I'm not quite sure how I feel about this roll in, but this palette is getting very old. It is an awkward size in my collection, and I think it is something that I can definitely get some serious pan on, so I'm going to roll it in. And it is my Lorac Mega Pro 1 palette. Now, I know that this is a limited edition palette. I know lots of people couldn't get their hands on it, but I think I can easily hit pan on a large number of these shades quite quickly. The pan sizes are quite small, and the last Lorac Pro palette that I panned like the shades quite quickly. So I'm gonna roll this one in, just, you know, to spice it up, a little bit of variety. I'm gonna see how I feel, but I'm getting to the point with this project that I'm kind of like, I just want to do my own thing. So I think maybe if it gets to the point, especially like the blush, I don't really care about, and same with the contour highlighters, I'm happy to use like the same one every day. But when it comes to eyeshadow palettes, I don't know, I feel like maybe for the last couple of months of the year, so maybe we'll see how I feel in the next update. Maybe at least December, I might just not have any eyeshadow palettes in this project and just, you know, leave it open slather, and I can just grab out whatever in my collection that I want to grab out. Enough rambling from me. I'm just going to quickly weigh this palette so we know what the starting weight on this one is. And starting weight is 260 point, is that a 9 or is that a 260.92 grams. That's my September update on my Pan That Palette series for 2020. Let me know down in the comments box how you are going on any of your palettes or eyeshadows that you are focusing on at the moment. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you do all the things down below, like, subscribe, comment, join my membership. You can also applaud this video if you see fit. I hope that you are having an absolutely fantastic day. I hope that you are staying safe and healthy and looking after yourself, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye, beautiful.